Scorpio, hello, how are you? I'm coming in, I'm doing a reading for February 15th to the 28th. So it's going to be your mid-month reading. Oops. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoyed it and to come back to see me again. For you guys who've been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. Alright, so we could tell Scorpio, the 15th to the 28th, mid-month of February. Devil, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. You can see that. Alright, and what do we got? The Five of Swords, the Lovers, and the Knight of Wands. Alright. See what we can find out from this. I'll clarify with another deck, and then we'll do an oracle card at the end. Okay. At first look, it looks like right here with the Devil energy and the Five of Swords, I feel like you might be having some kind of issues with somebody or some situation that you're in. And the Devil it could represent a lot of things. I mean, it could represent addictions or, a toxic relationship, or you having a toxic attitude about anything. And it could be about your own self, you like that? It could be about how you feel about yourself at that moment for whatever reason. But then I feel like you might be having some kind of situation where you have to beat somebody. Like, you can't let them win. You can't, you can't, like, walk away from the situation. It's not necessarily that, but that's what it feels like. So let's go a little farther and see what we can find out. Because right next to the Devil energy, you have, like, okay, maybe you're starting a new job. Maybe you're starting a business. Maybe there's something that you're looking at and saying, oh, I could make this. I could do this. Because you're being offered something to, maybe some form of abundance, something material, something that you're going to be able to start building and, feeling good about. And it almost feels like it's almost like it's like that hand of God thing coming out. So it's almost like it came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it's here. But for whatever reason, when you were feeling that Devil energy, I feel like you might have thought, okay, maybe I can't really do that, or this isn't something that I'm comfortable with. It's very different than what I know. And that's making you have these doubts about yourself that aren't necessary. I mean, it's just a matter of being able to, work it the way that you would be able to do it. So if it's a job that you really want and, for some reason you don't think you're qualified for it, or, if it's a business that you want to start and you don't know how to start it, I think you just need to be able to say, okay, wait a minute, let's just cancel this guy out and just see what I could do otherwise to make it available for me to do. Because then I have this Queen of Swords energy. Now she's all about, again, male or female. This could be your energy, or just the energy that you're taking on, characterizing it, because it could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. It does not have to be. This is just somebody who is very strong in what they believe and how they handle things. They don't take crap from anybody. They're just very, I know what I'm doing. You don't need to be talking to me because I got this. So this could actually be the characteristics you have to bring out in yourself so you don't have to feel self-doubt in that regard. But then I see that Five of Swords. So this seems like, I don't know if you are afraid to take on something too big, because it could be a sign of that too, where you don't want to do something too big that you're not going to be able to handle it, which came out right under the Devil also. I don't feel like it was a relationship, really. At least not at this point. I feel like this is you trying to not... like right here, you were feeling so much doubt about what you were able to do. And this is you saying, well, I don't want it to be too big. It might be too much. I don't think I'm qualified. I don't think I should be involved in that. And again, that's not necessarily the point. If somebody brought it out to you and somebody said, oh, I think you'd be great for this, like maybe they're starting something and they want you to be involved. And it's weird because I actually I did a reading for Aries just a little while ago, and that was their whole thing. It was kind of like they wanted to bring somebody into something they were starting. So it might be significant if you just happen to have a friend who's an Aries but it just feels like that. Somebody's trying to bring you into something and you just want to make sure that you're qualified enough to do it. You don't want to disappoint them. You don't want to, disappoint yourself. But I feel like you don't need to have this self-doubt because they know that you were the good choice. You feel like you're the good choice if you stop this. So you just, as long as you do that, because you don't have to worry about it being too big, because I feel like you know that you would be able to do it, but you just don't want to disappoint them or yourself or whoever else is going to be involved. Because then you have this Lovers, and this is all about making a choice. I mean, this, again, could be, this could be like a relationship that you are very bonded with that person and, almost like they want to say it's like a soulmate or whatever. But soulmates don't have to be romantic. There could be totally platonic. There's somebody that you can't imagine not having in your life. Somebody that you're totally vulnerable around. They know all your darks and dirties. They're not fazed by it at all. And you the same for them. So if that's a person, and if that's the person who's offering you this, then I think you don't even have to consider being, uncomfortable about it, because they would know if you weren't able to handle it. They wouldn't even have brought it up to you. They know you. They're very clear on what you can do. And your choice might be about, just taking a leap of faith and just trying to say, okay, yeah, I can make this happen. Because now you have this Knight of Wands, and I actually feel like that's funny because this is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So I don't know if this is this person who's offering it to you. I don't know if that's your energy at the time, because this is telling you, go for it. You're going to grab a hold of whatever you can. And you have all this energy and passion to put towards it, as long as you get rid of the doubt. Because this guy's going to okay, I'm going. We got this. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of you replacing this with that. And I think it would actually be really worth your while to try. See, what do we have for the Devil and the Ace of Pentacles? All right, you got the Ace of Cups and the Five of Swords and the Lovers. You got the Strength card. Well, that means a lot too. Now that makes sense. All right, so if you have, this is somebody has a very passionate idea, and that one's coming out with the, both with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. It's almost like they're being handed to you. This is coming out from somebody who feels a certain way about you. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. It's just, you might be like, the closest friends possible or whatever. They're offering this to you because of how they feel about you. They know that you can handle this, and they're not trying to push you and say, oh, no, you got to do it because I want you to. No, they're just saying, I know that you'd be good at this, whatever this might be, I don't know if they're like a manager in a certain department somewhere, a certain job, and they're like, oh, you can come out and, I know you could do this. And I don't think they're doing it because they're feeling like you couldn't. Whatever position they're in right now, they are telling you, you can do this. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, I keep thinking back to Aries because literally, it was like one of those, I kept thinking podcast, YouTube channel, whatever that was, they wanted your partner. I mean, if you looked at any of these YouTube things or these podcasts, there's always usually another person. And I mean, sometimes they do just talking by themselves, or they have somebody working the technical equipment or doing the lighting and everything, which is something I do not have, because you'll notice a lot of my videos, it's sad. But they have somebody who does that kind of stuff. So if that's where they're going with you, as far as, what they know you can do, and it could be just like the computer thing. It could be so many different routes. And I just feel like they are so sure that you can do this. And you need to know that you have what you have to do it. You need to have that strength, that willpower, that drive, the independence, or I don't even know what the words I'm using, but we're not going to go with that. But knowing that you are strong enough and you're smart enough and you're talented enough to be able to handle it and not have to worry about it being too big for you. Because I feel like if you just, shut down that devil, don't let them make you feel inadequate or, not prepared. I don't think that's the situation at all. All right, between the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And let's see, the Lovers and the Knight of Wands. All right, so now it feels like between the Ace of Pentacles and the Swords, the Queen of Swords, I feel like you might be taking a break to get your head around it. Like, you don't want to jump at it too fast because you're like, all right, well, I want to do it. It sounds awesome, but I'm not sure if I could actually take that step just yet. And I'm telling you, you need to almost embrace that confidence of the Queen of Swords energy. Don't worry about, whatever you think's going to happen, because I'm feeling if they didn't trust you to being able to handle this, they wouldn't have asked you. And you're sitting here and going, okay, well, you know what? I don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't want to accept this responsibility that I'm not sure I'm able to handle. And you really have to work around that and say, okay, well, I know that I can do these things. I just have to not worry about so much of disappointing somebody. I really feel like that has a lot to do with it. You don't want to disappoint them. You don't want to make them feel like that you were the wrong person to ask. So you're not really sure you want to take what's being offered because you're afraid. You're afraid and you don't want to disappoint. And this is not you being disappointed. This is that you don't want them to be disappointed. Let's see what this moon says. I'd really be curious about this, Scorpio. I'm just wondering. I would love for you to write me a comment about this. I would love to know what I'm feeling. I'm seriously feeling connection from the reading I just did with Aries. So you have to let me know. I don't know if it's going to be definite, but that would be cool. All right. Let's do it. Confidence is your key to success. And that came up. New moon in Leo, but that's just the energy of it. And meditate and complicate. Oh my goodness, I can't speak, and we won't talk about that. Meditate and contemplate. The new moon in Pisces. So that's basically it. You need to be confident, and you need to contemplate and meditate on it to make sure that you can accept this from them. I mean, they're offering you something. It's awesome. Accept it, because I really think you're going to be happy with yourself if you do. All right, Scorpio, I hope this works out for you. I want this to work out for you. I like this. All right? Let me know how things go. Write me a comment. Give me a thumbs up or subscribe. I would love that. That helps my channel out a lot. And I will be seeing you guys in a couple weeks for the March full month. Thank you.